Hello, I am so excited. I'm gonna make one of my most favorite foods ever today, deviled eggs. I love them so much, I have tons of recipes, but today I'm gonna share with you the quick 4-ingredient deviled eggs. It is so delicious, so simple. If you take these to your potluck or barbecue, you are gonna be the fan of the events. So the eggs are the star of the show, and that's where we're gonna start. Now I want 24 finished deviled eggs. And so of course I have 12 eggs here, which we're gonna cut in half, so it's gonna be 24. But I want to be able to taste, and just in case one goes bad or something goes wrong, I'm going to put 2 extra eggs in the pot so that I can have at least 2 to taste, maybe 4 if nothing goes wrong. So now I'm going to go put 2 inches of cold water, 2 inches above the eggs in the pan, and then we're going to go get on the stove. It's really important that you use cold water here. You don't want to start with warm water. And like I said, we want about 2 inches over the top of the eggs. We've got our eggs in their water bath. I'm going to turn it on high. And as soon as these eggs come to a boil, I'm going to set them at low for 14 minutes and just let them cook. Now, typically, I would use a top for the pan so that the water will boil more quickly, but I want to know exactly when these come to a boil because I don't want them to boil for 2 or 3 minutes and then do my 14-minute simmer. So I'm just going to sit here and wait till they boil, put them on simmer, and then we're going to go from there. Even though I've made my eggs like this for years and years and years, I always do a test egg. So we're right at 14 minutes, and so I'm going to pull one out, and I'm going to cool it off, and then I'm going to peel it to make sure that it is exactly done to the way that I want. And then once I peel it, I'm going to slice into it and see the level of doneness. Okay, so I need to cut into it and see what we have. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely perfect. And during the time it's taken me to do this, the eggs have been cooking even a little bit longer. So I am going to pull these eggs off into their ice bath. Okay, the eggs are ready to be removed from their hot bath and then be dumped into their cold bath so that they will cool and the cooking process will stop. So I have quite a few ice cubes in here with some cold water, and they are going to float in here for a little bit, and then I am going to start the peeling process. Okay, it's peeling time. Now peeling, I've been doing this for so long, and I've tried so many different ways, and then with my potato salad recipe not too long ago, obviously there's eggs involved in that, and a bunch of you gave me some tips and tricks, and I've tried them, and there is nothing that I have found that universally, every single time I peel an egg, works. So I'm going back to what I originally said in the potato salad recipe. It's the egg's fault. It's all about the egg. I've tried new eggs, I've tried old eggs, I've put salt in the water, I've put baking soda in the water, I've put baking powder in the water. I've done everything. Sometimes they peel well, sometimes they don't. I do try to use new eggs, fresh eggs, not new eggs, and that seems to help a little bit. But this guy is being a little ornery right now. And I've peeled them warm and I've peeled them cool. And it's a crapshoot. That's all I got to say. So I'm going to peel the rest of these eggs, and then we're gonna do some deviling. All my eggs are peeled. I'm happy to report there were only 3 bad eggs that did not cooperate in the way that I wanted them to cooperate. But other than that, it was perfectly fine. So the next step is we're gonna devil them. We're gonna take them from their whole form, and we're gonna cut them in half, and we're gonna take out their yolks, and we're gonna make amazing deviled eggs. So I've got 2 vessels here that I'm using for deviled eggs. This I love. This is a deviled egg tray. It's by Rubbermaid. It fits 20 halves of eggs, and it has a lid, so it's great for potlucks, great to transport. I had 2 of these, couldn't find the other one, so I had to break out the crystal deviled egg tray, which is good if you have people coming over because it's really pretty to put the deviled eggs around the side. So we're going to use both because this only holds 20 and we're probably going to have 24. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the egg lengthwise, And I always like to have a piece of paper towel here to clean it off, because if you get the yolk on your knife as you cut each egg, it's going to transfer to the egg and it's not going to be really pretty. I'm going to take the yolk. Most of the time it comes out very clean, which it did, and I'm going to put it in the tray. Then I'm going to go get the other yolk, and I have a spoon nearby if they do not come out clean. So I'm going to do this to all of my eggs. Oh, I like the way this is working. They are coming out clean as can be. Okay, I've got all the eggs sliced. They're in the tray. They're on this crystal thing. And so now what you want to do is mash the yolks as fine as possible. Now you can put these in a food processor and mash the heck out of them, but then you got to clean the food processor. So I prefer to do it with a fork manually. I don't know, I just don't want to clean one more thing. So, but it works really well if you put it in the food processor. Okay, we are nicely mashed. We have a fine mix here of yolk. Got a few more pieces here I want to mash. Okay, we're all good. So now we're going to add our mayonnaise. Mustard. And then we're going to mix. Okay, so we're getting all mixed up here. It looks really, really good. And like I said, this is very simple. We're at mustard and mayonnaise here, but it's gonna be so delicious because I kind of have a secret ingredient we're gonna put on, which is one of the 4 ingredients. But right now, it's tasting time. Let's see where we are. Oh, that's good. But we need some salt and pepper. I don't consider salt and pepper an ingredient because it's kind of, you have it in the kitchen. So if you want to get technical, it's 6 ingredients because it's salt and pepper, but we're not going to count that. Okay, I think that's going to be good. I'm going to mix it up a little bit more. Okay, so now the fun part. We get to fill the eggs. So I have this cake decorator here. It's quite old. I might even be older than my son, who's 17. It's on its last leg, but it works really, really well. You can spoon in this mixture if you like, but I really find that this works the best. So I'm going to take my mixture, I'm going to fill my cake decorator. It's kind of a messy process. We're going to get it in there. You can also use a plastic bag. You cut the corner off. There's a lot of different ways. And I found a really great decorator that I'm going to buy to replace this one. And the link to that is in the description below. But I'm going to try and use this as long as I can. Okay, so I've got a fair amount in here. And I'm using a scalloped edge here because I want to be a little bit more decorative. But you can use just a flat edge. That would be fine too. Okay. So I'm going to push this up. Oh, there we go. Throw that back in there. And then we are going to fill our eggs. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my God, that's so beautiful and so easy. And look, you got the little lines from the scalloped edge. It's so pretty. Oh my God, I cannot wait to eat these. Okay, those are done. Now we're going to do the rest of them. Oh, you can put as much or as little of the filling as you want in here. Okay, so we've got them all filled. I've got the other bowl or tray over there, which I'm probably going to eat those later. Secret ingredient, what I love to do is I took some manzanilla Spanish olives. I cut them in half. You can see they have the pimento inside. And each deviled egg is going to get a half of that. That is going to bring this amazing salty, briny flavor to this egg and really take the flavors over the top. It is just a fantastic flavor. As I put these on here, I cannot wait to eat them. Matter of fact, you know, I'm not going to wait. I'm just gonna eat one right now. The other thing I like to do, and this is completely optional, as are the olives, but I really highly recommend them. Taking a little sweet paprika, putting it over the top. It's a really pretty presentation. It's going to add another layer of flavor. You could use smoked paprika. That would really give it an interesting flavor. I've done that before, but for these, I like the sweet paprika. So, okay, which one do I want to taste? Okay, this guy right here is calling my name. I kind of go all in. It's just the whole thing in my mouth. So, are you ready? We're going to do this. Oh my God, it is so absolutely delicious. You get the salty and the briny flavor from the olive, and then the mustard and the mayonnaise and the egg. And, oh, it is so delicious. I've got to get away from this tray because I may eat the entire tray. This is good. This means when you take this to a potluck or you serve it to your family, they're going to think you are totally amazing. Thank you so much for watching. The full recipe for these deviled eggs is in the description below. Please like this video, subscribe, and until next time, happy eating.